But there was a time when Madeleine McCann, missing Maddie, who of course disappeared in 2007 when she was just a little kid, that dominated the papers. I mean, literally for years. It's faded away. It's 17 years since she went missing. If she was, you know, if they ever find her, I should put it like that, she'll be 21. The point is, you know, that ship has sailed, and yet the Home Office is still giving money to the investigation into trying to find her. Another £192,000, bringing the total in a 17-year-old investigation to £13.2 million. There are 3 people working on this case. I mean, is this not a waste of taxpayers' money, with all due sympathy, of course, to her parents and all that? But when it's over, folks. Stop wasting our money on that. That would be my contention. Let's talk to retired Scotland Yard DCI, Mike Neville. Hello, Mike.
Oh, Kevin, I think we've got to disagree a little bit on this one. I think any chance to find a child, but I suppose what people will ask is there are many other long-term missing children like Andrew Gosden, which just don't get the same treatment, and this is something that galls people. I think that there seems to be something special here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Around the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, it seems that Maddie. You know, you mentioned Madeleine McCann and everybody reaches for their checkbook. You know, with all due sympathy for the parent, what a terrible thing happened to them. The poor kid went missing. I would suggest almost certainly never to be seen again, which is why I question why we keep giving money to this investigation. What do these 3 officers do all the time?
I'm with you 100% on that. What do they do all the time? And there's a lot of time been spent on this Christian Bruckner character who's in, you know...
That's going nowhere, isn't
prosecutor.
It? Yeah, it's not going...
Well, it would seem to me... No, it seems to me that they've, you know, found a suspect and then they're trying to make the evidence fit rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
And there has been some misinterpretation, because when the prosecutor said he had concrete evidence, in Britain, of course, that means you've got everything, you know, DNA, fingerprints and some CCTV. In Germany, it simply means you've got some reason to question the man. There's some suspicion. So that misinterpretation has led people to make all sorts of stories about this is the final, you know, this is him. The idea that somebody does a burglary and thinks, oh, I'm going to steal a child, is just utter... Have you ever been in a pub when somebody's offered a child to you for sale?
No,
the people who burgle flats. You know, the facts that when you burgle somewhere, you're looking for passports, radios, phones, you know, whatever, something that's easily sold on and useful. So I think that's utter nonsense about this.
Broke into a house last night. What did you nick? A kid. I'm with Isabel Oakeshott. What are your feelings about this, Isabel?
I think I'm very exercised that the police should have the resources they need to tackle cases that are live now. I'm involved in, unfortunately, been drawn into a case that does involve potentially children being at risk, and a number of people have already reported it. And so far, I'm very, very concerned that the police are not going to have the resources to investigate. And this is a live issue in which future children may be at risk, not something which is 17 years old, in which no stone has been left unturned, almost literally no stone has been left unturned. It's not a popular thing to say, look, should we give up? No one wants to hear the words give up, least of all for the family. But in the end, there are children today who need the protection of the police and the investigations to have the funds that they need.
Absolutely. A good point, Mike, that you know, I keep stressing this. I'm not trying to be hard-hearted about this, but surely, now that Maddie, you know, please God she's still alive, is 21, or if the worst happened, would be 21. Surely this £192,000 in terms of a cash-strapped police force could be better spent elsewhere.
Possibly, yes. It depends what they're doing, Kevin. So I've banged on about this before, that the way to find Madeleine McCann, if she's still alive, is by images, not by interviewing witnesses who were getting it wrong 17 years ago and are still getting it wrong now. So, for example, it's very hard to live in this world without an image of you. You know, passport photograph has been captured on Facebook. When she was kidnapped, she had very distinctive pajamas on, so she was taken by awful paedophiles. That those may appear in a film. And she's got this mark in her eye, which to a computer is simply a lie. So I'm an expert on catching people by their faces. It saddens me that I've written to the family 3 times and my offer of help has never been taken up. So I offer that again, my assistance. I offer my expertise to the Metropolitan Police, because this is where you could solve it. If she has an image, we could put pressure on Facebook, for example, to search every image by facial recognition. If me and you are in a pub, we take a photograph, we capture the people in the background. So that's the way that this could be progressed, in my view, and hasn't been progressed. So there could be something done, new lines of inquiry, rather than, as I say, interviewing witnesses whose memory was bad at the time. Never mind. No.
And these, the German police, they kind of came into this long-running saga very late and seemed to think, oh yeah, we've got all the answers, you Brits, you're no good at this. Now, we knew all about this case, and this Christian Bruckner guy, I don't think he's working out as a credible suspect at all, and yet it's all we've got to talk about. Can I just, before you go, Mike, ask you one more question about a different subject? I don't know if you saw those scenes down in Peckham today, where all the protesters prevented the removal of those migrants by bus to Dorset, so they never got to get there, poor things. Why is it that when we have, and we've also got these campus camps springing up everywhere at universities all over the country, why is it when we have these kind of protests and demonstrations, you look at America, I mean, it's causing great violence, but the police are charging in and trying to get rid of them all, trying to sort them out. Our cops just seem to stand there and look in their high-vis jackets. What is the point? There they go. What is this about? Why don't they get rid of them now?
No, I agree with you. I mean, we saw the best of them the other day, didn't we, with officers running towards a sword-wielding maniac. But time and time again on demonstrations, we see that if it's a left-wing cause, you know, these asylum seekers, Black Lives Matter, they get treated with kid gloves and everybody's there with a nice soft hat on and being nice. They should be dealt with. And as has been shown in the States, there's so many of these demonstrations, somebody's coordinating it. These are not chance things. And all those people who threw the bikes under the coach, their names should be taken and their houses should be used for asylum seekers, in my view. If you're not keen on it, you can have them living in your house, and that might change a few minds.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the images now. Isabel was craning her neck trying to see them. Basically, you got a load of cops standing across the road in their high-vis jackets and all, just doing nothing. I mean, they've got one person here.
They literally look like they're about to do the can-can.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
And why are all these students wearing masks? I mean, what's the problem there? I mean, some toxic air that I'm not aware of? Yeah, or is it just that they're trying to hide their identities? I know which I think it is.
Probably that, but it may well be a continued fear of COVID. There's such a bunch of snowflakes. Yeah. Mike, great to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time. Mike Neville there, former Scotland Yard DCI.